Hey everyone, and welcome into this edition of Cronkite Sports Now. I'm Brady Klein. With the sports world still at a virtual halt, there's still some news to bring you from around the world. It was announced this morning that there has been a major change in the golf schedule, with the Open Championship being canceled for the first time since 1945. However, the rest of the golf majors have been rescheduled. The PGA Championship will be played from August 6th to the 9th at TPC Harding Park in San Francisco. The U.S. Open will be taking place between September 17th and 20th at Winged Foot Golf Club in New York, and the Masters is set for November 12th to the 15th at the world-famous Augusta National Golf Club in Georgia. The Arizona Cardinals made an early splash in free agency with the blockbuster trade that sent DeAndre Hopkins to the Valley of the Sun. And while that was the biggest news for the Red Sea, the Cards made some other moves that could be very important for next season. Our Rob Warner has more.
Well, most of the recent attention around the Arizona Cardinals is from the blockbuster trade that got the Cards all-pro wideout DeAndre Hopkins. Arizona also made a move to shore up its interior defensive line, signing defensive tackle Jordan Phillips to a 3-year deal. Today, he spoke with reporters on a Zoom press conference saying, with this roster, he can't wait to get started.
Arizona was somewhere that I knew if it didn't work out with Buffalo, that Arizona would be a place to be. They're a young, talented team, kind of how Buffalo was a couple years ago. They have a young quarterback, rising star, and also Chandler Jones was a big part of it as well. I wanted an elite pass rusher next to me so we could try and cause some havoc.
Phillips' 3-year deal is reportedly worth up to $30 million, and last season with the Buffalo Bills, the former second-round pick tallied 9.5 sacks to go along with 31 tackles. If he can produce numbers similar to those in Glendale, Cards fans should be plenty happy. Reporting for Cronkite News, I'm Rob Warner.
Thanks, Rob. Well, the NFL this morning put out their 2010s All-Decade Team, and the list featured 3 current Cardinal players and 1 former Cardinal. Larry Fitzgerald, Chandler Jones, and Patrick Peterson are the current Birds featured on the list, while now Baltimore Ravens defensive end Calais Campbell made the list as well. Also, the NFL just officially advised all of its teams to be prepared to conduct this month's draft outside of their facilities in a fully virtual format. General managers and head coaches will be drafting from their homes. The coronavirus pandemic has turned the lives of many upside down. But during these difficult times, we have seen moments on social media that have shown the best of human spirit. One such video features a former Arizona State football player halfway around the world. Haley Heck has the story.
What began as a salute to Spain's first responders during the COVID-19 pandemic has become a viral sensation. You may recognize the voice of former ASU football player Gus Farwell from his Go Devils Go football pregame tradition. Today, the former Rose Bowl backup quarterback has taken his musical talents to Barcelona, where he's a professional opera singer. Nightly performances from his balcony have become an uplifting distraction for his community.
I'm just trying to do my part. I can't really do anything else to help. And so if this kind of makes everybody forget about what's going on, even if just for a couple of minutes, then I'm happy to do that.
Farwell's performances have uplifted his community in Spain, a country hard hit by the coronavirus. According to the World Health Organization, Spain has the second highest number of coronavirus cases behind the US. In these trying times, his art has brought people together and touched people all over the world.
We didn't even post a video until like the 4th night, and we're just shocked by the way people responded to it. That's what got me. I think there was like 600 comments or something like that, and from all over the place, like from Australia to Canada to all throughout Europe and States. And then I was just shocked at the way that the Arizona community responded.
Despite the darkness, the Barcelona balcony performances have an uplifting global reach. For Cronkite, I'm Hadley Heck.
The Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame announced its 2020 class on Saturday, and it is set to be one of the most accomplished classes in history. Leading the way is the Black Mamba, the late Kobe Bryant. One of the most decorated players of all time, Bryant was an 18-time All-Star and 5-time NBA champion who spent his entire career with the Lakers and will go down as one of the most lethal scorers and players in NBA history. Next is the big fundamental Tim Duncan. The 15-time All-Star and 3-time NBA Finals MVP had a knack for finding the glass and taking the game back to basics. With one of the most consistent moves in NBA history, Tim Duncan helped lead the Spurs to win 5 NBA championships. Kevin Garnett, the big ticket, will go down as one of the most intense and passionate players to ever step on the hardwood. Another 15-time All-Star and a 9-time NBA All-Defensive First-Team selection, KG was a menace on the boards, leading the league in rebounding for 4 straight years and winning league MVP in 2004. And the rest of the class includes Eddie Sutton, Rudy Tomjanovich, Tamika Catchings, Kim Mulkey, Barbara Stevens, and Patrick Bowman. And with the NBA being on hold for the foreseeable future, the league decided to host a Players 2K tournament featuring players from around the league. Representing the Phoenix Suns is guard Devin Booker, who decided to play his first game as the Bucks in his matchup with Michael Porter Jr. Booker, who was ranked as the 5th seed in the tournament, cruised to an 85-75 win over the Lakers and MPJ. We're now joined by Cronkite Sports reporter Chris Gleason for today's edition of Arizona Sports Rewind. Now, Chris, your story features Dr. Gil Morgan, who won his first senior tour event. This was his first one after not really winning a major on the PGA Tour. But tell us a little about the conditions that this tournament was in. It wasn't very Arizona-like, was it?
Yeah, some wild weather for, Scottsdale. Now, it was explained to me by Gary Van Sickle, who was an SI writer covering the tournament at that time, that course is up on a mountain and, it always feels colder. It's about 10 degrees colder on that course than where it would be, say, in downtown Phoenix. Mm-hmm. But yeah, definitely even for, a mountain in Scottsdale, just bizarre, low 40s early in the week that turned into rain. And it doesn't sound like it was a tournament where very many people were kind of showing out and wanting to be, spectating for a long time. But Morgan ran away from the field just for whatever reason. It did not affect him the same way. Ended up winning the tournament by 6 strokes.
Now, Morgan, I've seen a picture. He would actually wear a Santa hat during the tournament as well because of the weather.
Indeed, a red ski cap. I was told that every time he called his wife, she said, ho, 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 to him over the phone. It was like a red Santa-looking ski cap. And, yeah, apparently that was the magic charm for him during that tournament.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? You got to rock the hat. So exactly. Different course, not a normal Scottsdale, downtown Phoenix course. Like I said, it was up in a mountain. Was there any difference that the altitude or the mountain played into him as to why he finally got a win? Do you know, or was this something that just sort of, good luck at a good time?
Yeah, I don't know if that played a huge role, but I think, his ball striking was known to be something strong. He wasn't one of those guys that makes all of his putts, but I think that probably helped considering that it got windier kind of as the tournament went on. I think that affects guys who hit shorter balls. And I think another big thing was he was brand new to the senior tour. You have to be 50 years old to qualify. I think at the point he won the tournament, it had been around 6 months being 50. So, by the senior tour standards, a younger guy, and he was already known for his strong ball striking. I think that did play well to kind of windier, adverse conditions and allowed him probably to stand out.
A spry guy on the senior tour is still, a fairly young guy at 50 years of age, and he most definitely turned it into the best scenario possible as being, 50 years and 6 months somewhere, one of the younger guys. Chris Gleason, thank you so much, man. We look forward to reading your story. You can check it out on Cronkite News. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's edition of Cronkite Sports Now. For more sports stories from around the Valley, visit the Cronkite Sports tab on ArizonaSports.com. I'm Brady Klein. From my home to yours, stay safe, everybody, and have a great day.